guys, Sophia here for my great challenge. Welcome back to my channel. This is part 3 of my free little library. I had technical difficulties. Everything that I've done in the past 2 hours for reasons unbeknownst to me did not record. So I've been working on this little library and I have zero footage of it. So I'm gonna give you kind of like a recap. I started by talking about how I didn't like how I had the door. If you remember from last time, the I was gonna say shower. I'm so tired. The shelf was too high, and then the edge of the thing, the front was kind of like blocking it. So I had options. Option number 1 was to lower the shelf, which I could have done, but then the 2 shelves would have been like this, and then the shelf in the middle would have been ridiculous. I could have removed the shelf altogether, but then I would have had this huge space above the thing. So then I could have cut the frame a little bit higher, still not doing the same thing. So what I did instead, which I had thought about in the video last week but didn't linger on too much, was to just remove the front and use the front as the actual door and affix the other door to it. So this is what I did off camera now. I removed the front. There was parts of it that kind of like, you know, because I used the glue, that were damaged, so I had to resand the back of it that had been glued and apply a wood putty to smooth it out, because the door is going to be open. I want the door to look nice and smooth. So while that was drying, I went back to the main structure. I sanded the whole back to make everything nice and even, and then I started working on the roof. I cut out the piece of roof, which is this big piece right here. It's 20 by 23, and I rounded the corners. Of the roof for no reason other than I'm not sure yet how I'm gonna put the shingles on it, but just in case, if I just paint it and put a lot of water repellent stuff, I don't want somebody to, you know, bang their head and end up having like a big dent or something. I'm trying to, you know, take every scenario into account. That's the one, again, that's one of the reasons why I don't want the library to be too low, because of the glass door and a kid getting hurt or whatever. Then what did I do? Oh, then once I started putting the roof on top, and I realized that the angles weren't all that right, so I had to sand everything back down. So now we're back in business. So I'm going to sand, because this is dry. This is the front that I had removed, and you can see that I had put this layer of putty on it. I'm going to sand it down so that I can put the hinges on it and have a door, and then I'll install the roof. We'll look at it, sand again, and then I'm gonna have to work with putty a lot. Okay, so I'm back in business now. There's a reason why I'm trying to finish this. I want to sew. I have a shirt that I want to start, and I need the space. So all of this area here, I had to put the putty on, so I'm just going to sand it lightly to even it out. So again, this is the front, and now this is going to be the door, okay? And it will open this way, and then the old door will go right here. I have to glue it on it, obviously, so the whole thing will open. Let me move to the side. The whole thing will open like this. Does that make sense? Okay. And then I have to put the roof on. So let me show you the roof. And here's the roof. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to nail the roof in. I want an overhang that's a little bit wider in the front because of the rain, and I don't want the rain to get too much. I mean, it's going to be in the elements anyway, but I'm trying to minimize the amount of rain and water and whatnot that goes on the door itself, because the hinges and stuff. So I'm just going to see, I'm going to do, that seems like a good distance. So I'm going to mark where the 3 inches stop, and then I'll know this is where the front is. Alright, so the front should stop right here and here, so that it's nice and straight and has a good overhang. So I only have a little tiny gap here, I don't know if you see it. All of that will get caulked anyway. And then on the outside, I'm gonna put little pieces of wood just to close out the gap. So that roof is done. Let me remeasure the door just in case I have to cut it. Or at least sand it down a little bit more. So these are the hinges that are holding the door on the cabinet. And I'm going to use them for my door. And it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to use those hinges. What I'm gonna have to do is get a like a piano hinge over here. But for now, I'm going to remove these because these are getting in the way. And these are the little plastic cap things that hold the glass in place. Pop the glass and put it somewhere else. And this frame here, I need to glue right here. Alright, so let me get my glue. So I need to get piano hinges, and then the door, oops, will open like this. Okay? let that dry a little bit, and when I come back I'll have the hinges. This is overhanging at the bottom here. That's by design. I want it to overhang a little bit. Alright, so I'll be back with the hinges. Yeah, I am determined. You have a little library. Okay, I got a piano hinge, but I'm really thinking that I should not be installing the door now because there's still stuff that I need to do. I just want to make sure. Yeah, it will fit. Okay, I got this kind of. So what I'm going to do now is put the glass back in, but I have a special caulk that I want to put on the inside here. Why I want to do that is because I want the glass to stay in the frame. I'm still going to put those little pegs back on, but I really don't want the glass to fall. And this is like a semi-transparent. When I'm at it, I'm going to caulk the sides. Because the last thing I want is for water to get in. I'm going to start working on finishing the edges. So I have these leftover pieces here of strips, and they're going to go right here all around, including at the bottom. So this is just going to close off whatever gap I have. It will get caulked, and then in the back, whenever I have a larger gap, in particular on that shelf over there, I'll use that foam. I'll foam that in, I'll let it expand, and then I'll sand it down. I'll cut it and sand it down so that it fills out everything. I'm just trying to do as good as a job as possible, which is ridiculous because I'm putting more effort into this than I did in my closet upstairs. I guess because this is going to be seen by the public, including my neighbors, and I just want to do a good job. I'm liking this. It's gonna look great. So I think it looks much better with the roof and with that door opening like this. Yeah, I think it's gonna look great. Again, I'm not installing the door yet. I want to do all of the stuff I got to do in here, including the foam and the other stuff. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to start with the foam. Let's do some foam. And it's going to expand, and then what I'll do is that I'll take a saw and then I'll cut that off, and that will allow me to fill in that gap. Over here, I don't really need to do that, but I'm going to put some anyway. My next step is the trim, so I'm going to put one piece of trim here and the same one at the bottom, and again all of that gets caulked so that I don't have any little entryway for water. So I'm measuring it, the length of the side, but also use the width and added it here so that the one in the back gets flush. And if it's not flush, I'll round it out with the sander, that's fine. Okay, so that's one. And this here will get caulked. Alright, so I got all size except I gotta turn it around. The one right here. I don't have enough wood, so I'll have to get wood for that. But what I do have left over is those corners. Let me see. These guys right here. And they're gonna go in the back. To finish off the back. All I have to do after I do those is install the one that's missing here, and then I'll install the door. I'll put it on hinges, and then I'll move this upstairs, probably to the garage. And well, I'll have to caulk everything, and then once everything is caulked, what I'll do, no, I have to sand first, don't I? Yeah. So next week what I'll do is that I'll sand everything and caulk, right? And then after that, it's just a matter of starting to paint. I have to find shingles. I'm gonna go on the Facebook Marketplace and ask if somebody's got any leftover shingles. All of this here needs to be caulked. And then I'll put putty and then I'll sand it. And so I'll do the roof with the shingles, and then I have to paint it. So you tell me down below, should it be just like a plain color, or should I do something fun? I was thinking about doing flowers, vines, maybe ladybugs, which would be really, really cute on the tall panel in the summer and the spring, maybe in the fall, but in the winter, it's really gonna stand out. So I don't know if I want to do that. But then again, maybe in the winter, everybody needs a little bit of color. I did the best I could removing the foam here. Obviously I got to go at it with the hand sander because my sander is too big to get in there, but that's about it. Alright, let me finish this. I have to finish it, so I got to measure from here to here. This is really a non-essential. I just want a corner to look good. I'm installing the door, and you know what? It looks like that hinge is going to be enough. I just have, like I said, a lot of sanding to do now. The last of the decorative trims. Lots and lots of sanding and caulking. I'm not going to do that today. I gotta be honest, I'm wiped out. And come on, let's use the right hand, it goes faster. And then after that, it's just a matter of decorating, and I gotta do the base. And once I have the base, we gotta do the post into the ground with a concrete tub around it so that the post doesn't move and this doesn't tip over. Little library, you guys. So I gotta find a way to show you where you're not backlit. It's not easy. Okay. Can you see better? So when you open, you have access to all three shelves. There's a gap here. That's alright. It's gonna be protected by for the weather anyway. Maybe I'll put a little trim. We'll see. But that's it. So all of this here needs to be sanded, right? This was caulked already. The glass was caulked. The handle is going to be this heavy-duty hardware handle. I may actually put it here instead of here. Shingles on the roof. What else? That's about it. The back looks good. Let me show you the sides. Okay, here's the sides. So I only have one on top here and here and in the corner. I can't do anything here because I have the hinge. Here's the back with the two corners and the trim here and here. And then if you remember the other side, I'm missing this part right here. So that's it, I'm done. So you see that this started pretty lousy for me. I was kind of upset. But I managed, and now I have a door and a little library. So what's left to do? I still have to sand a lot. It all needs to be sanded down, and I'm talking to a glass finish. Then I have to caulk all of the areas that are, you know, not smooth or whatever. I have to get wood putty too, because there's some areas where, you know, there's like the wood has some defect, dents, whatever. I need to put that on and then sand again. Once that's done, I'm gonna go on the Facebook Marketplace, and I'm going to ask for shingles, and I'm sure somebody has shingles. And then once I get that, I will install the shingles, and then I'll paint. Once it's painted and it's all done and decorated, I'll do the base and the post, and then we'll install it. So hopefully by Halloween I'll have a little library installed, so that people can come and enjoy it. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe right here in the corner. Find me on Instagram and Facebook at My Great Challenge, and on Patreon at patreon.com/mygreatchallenge. Thank you for watching. Bye. Hey, it's me, and guess what? Click that thumbs up if you really like this video. Thumbs down twice if you didn't. You can also share my video if you really liked it, or save it to watch later. Also, you can subscribe to my channel, but don't forget to click that bell button so you are always notified when I post a new video. Thank you for watching.